These cards do stuff. Let's see if we can actually find an example on here. No, because they're not the mayoral cards.
So the mayoral cards
Here we
are
go.
these.
Yeah, so this is T.
So T is 6 victory points if you have the same number of mayoral reward cards as action cards in hand.
Okay.
Oh, that's quite tricky. I think. I don't know.
Can be. I think that's at the end of the game though, right?
I suppose it would be.
Yes.
It's quite easy to play action cards, right? Because there's like so many
Yeah,
different things
you can
do
play
with them.
any number of your action cards from your hand each turn. However, you're only going to draw 2 replacements. If you don't play any action cards in your turn, you'll draw 4. And you're limited by having 7 cards in your hand at any one time. Or at the end of your turn at least. So what we need to decide now is to choose which of these we're going to keep, and we'll shuffle the other ones away.
I need some kind of translator because I don't know what any of mine mean.
Yeah, so it's okay, they're both on here. So the game comes with 2 crib sheets. The sheets tell you everything that happens on the action cards and what each of the mayoral cards do.
Mine only has action cards on it.
No, flip it. There. So there's got letters on them.
Oh god, yeah,
Yep,
that's
so
quite.
A-
I like how they're incorporated into the artwork. That's
Yeah,
really neat.
I was like, what?
See,
What is
so
this? Yeah, so there's
The letters are there in the bottom left-hand corner,
bottom right.
bottom right-hand corner, and you can sort of see that they're just on the scroll in the artwork there. But
Well, I think I've chosen which one I'm going to go for.
I
And
also
I'll
want to know what these.
show that one to the camera and try and get in focus. And then we shuffle these back up. Now, it's worth noting that we are limited by components. Should you ever deplete this stack of mayoral cards, they're not going to get shuffled back in. What's going to happen is you're going to get 5 victory points each time you should get one.
You know the numbered banner at the top.
The one with the dots.
Yeah,
Yep.
those numbers are all unique.
Yes,
The numbers are unique, but the dots tell you how many duplicates are.
correct. So yeah, you could have 2 cards the same with the same number, but it has you have X number of dots equal to the number of cards in the whole deck.
This card doesn't appear on the cheat sheet.
I'm not convinced. Now this
It
game,
really doesn't. It's not here.
what colour is it?
Red.
And you tell me it's not on there. I don't think I've got any promo cards, so
I'm not. It's really not here. I'm not even joking.
well, you'll just have to guess what it does. You sure it's not purple? Are you colourblind?
Yeah, no.
Unconvinced, but let's see. Now, does the game have any clever way of determining first player?
Random.
Random, okay, so whoever falls out is
Clever.
going to be on bottom.
Well
So-
designed.
Mike, you're bottom,
Oh.
and then... Okay, so I'm first player. Now here, first player is determined by whoever's furthest along the victory point track, and that doesn't change until the next turn. So this denotes who's player 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then that will change based on who's ahead at the start of the turn. Do you know how many livery men we get? So your workers in this game, or your meeples are livery men. I think you maybe get 6.
4.
4. No, it's nothing. So you take the 4 and they all go in the guild house, and there's plenty of space there, or the guild hall, plenty of space there for everybody to hang out.
Mine are super lazy.
You guys are sleeping,
Yeah.
and you've got a mix, mix of handstands and sleeping on their side. Great. You've chosen your
Yes.
mayoral card.
Nope.
You're still trying to figure out what's
Just
going
trying
on.
to figure out what my hand does. Yeah.
Well, again, not having played, so I don't know what's a good first turn strategy, but kind of spreading out to.
I think. Okay. Well, let me just have a quick look at what these do.
Okay. Just hide these. Now, technically, these are go in your hand, I think, but I don't think they count towards the limit. I think you can have 7 action cards. We'll have to confirm.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out as we play. And should have 6 of those, yeah. So it's 2 for every player. In a 4-player game, you'll have 8 of the neutral livery men. Now, the neutral livery men you can hire using card actions, and use them to oust other players from guilds that you want to found, that you want to be part of. Okay, so that's all.
So is there a
Pretty much.
limited number of slots in the guild hall, or can we just keep pouring our people in there vying for control?
For the guild hall, unlimited in there.
Sorry, not the guild hall, I meant the guilds.
We're at the end of every turn in a 3 and 4 player game. We're going to check whether or not we fulfilled the requirements for the guild to found. Whether there's enough people interested in being a member of that guild to take place. So in this instance, this would require 4 meeples or 4 of your livery men in there. However, there's already the beadle there this turn.
Yep.
So that's only going to require 3 to activate.
Yep.
Now, when that happens, you're going to compare who's got the most livery men there versus who's got the second most livery men there. And if you've got the third most there, you get nothing. So if there was if you had 2, Dan had 1, and I had none, for example, then obviously I'm not competing in there. But you would get the first place. You'd become the guild master of this. It'll get flipped over, and then for as long as your meeple stays there, you're the guild master of that guild.
How would he not stay there?
Well, you can move him. So you can move a guild master, same as a liveryman. However, then nobody can ever be the guild master there again. You can't go back.
I don't know why you would do that.
Unusual, I would imagine, but there may be occasions when it is favourable for players. Alright. Let's have a think. What else do we need for the setup? Nothing.
Why don't you explain what that is?
So the plantation happens every... Is it every growth round? Let's move
Now,
on.
I thought growth happened every round.
Nope, growth happens every here, and here.
And what is it?
So growth is adding more tiles to, or more guilds to our area to play in. Now in a 4-player game, you're not going to get your last one, but for 3 players we're going to go to turn 15, at which point we will. So the plantation tile resolves during the growth phase, so that's only every 3rd time. Now if you're here, if you've got your workers there when that resolves, then similar to working out who's winning the guilds, you can, whoever's got the most gets the first prize, and whoever's got second most gets the second prize, or the points in this instance.
So it's
but
another
every worker
territory
on there
control thing.
goes, right? They're all sent off to the plantation. Whereas ones that you found on the guild hall, you get back. So ones you found on the guild come back to the guild hall. Ones you send off to the plantation, they go away forever. And that's
They go away forever?
Yeah.
And then you have to get more?
and then you have to buy more.
Outrageous. Unacceptable.
Well, don't send them off to the plantation then.
So someone mentioned something about negotiation.
Now, negotiation's not negotiation as you may know it. It's nothing like a cosmic encounter, for example. You actually don't have the opportunity with your opponent to say, well, if you pull out, I'll go in. Instead, what it is yeah, let it go. If you've got any of the neutral liverymen, you can use one to kick out one of their players.
Right.
So if that gives you the majority, then that's obviously worth doing. Or similarly, you could stop them getting maybe the second prize if they've undercommitted.
Right. And so negotiation is simply the opportunity to use the neutral liveryman.
Correct. There's no. Well, I'll give you a card if you pull out or from the guild. Yeah, literally just. I don't know why it's called negotiation. There's also voting, which technically just add up however many people's there. There's no voting whether or not to become a guild or not. That's kind of enough to be getting on with. We're going to be referring back to these cheat sheets often.
Yes.
The basic actions are you can spend any of your
Are
cards.
they written on the cheat sheet somewhere?
No, I don't think so anyway. You can spend a gold to hire a liveryman to the guild hall.
Yeah.
So you spend that by like the back of the cards.
And he can go to any guild hall?
Well, there's the guild
Oh,
hall.
sorry, to hire to the guild hall.
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
yeah.
So I thought you meant move.
No, as it turns out, there are some 2-cost cards. But you can play a card for its action, you can play a card for its movement, or you can discard a card as 1 gold. So, I'm the start player. I have to decide what I want to do. I'm going to have a think. Something's going on. So, do I want to move to there? Or do I want to... There's one, two of these. Right, I might go rogue in my first instance. No, kitty!
It's okay.
Kittens are light.
Landed on his feet.
I feel like you set that up. Set him up for...
I fooled him.
Disaster.
That was all part of my ruse. He doesn't understand. So you're going first, Barry.
I am.
Right, so you play the card. Now, when you play it for the action, that's when you pay the cost, right?
Correct, yeah.
So you can play to move it to the guild that's of the same color as the card,
And it could be anyone.
or you pay it for the action and pay the cost, or you pay it as money.
Correct.
Okay, interesting. How does one acquire these neutral guys? Is it only through these things?
Yes, or actions on your cards.
Okay.
I don't think you can buy them straight up. I don't think there's anything in the
No.
rules that let you do it. I think it has to be through card actions.
Just so we're clear, I'm going to go last.
Yes.
That's sad.
No, you'll be fine.
Rigged. Rigged. I still don't know what one of my cards does, by the way.
You're just going to have to guess, I'm afraid. So...
Okay, in the interests of maybe, like, spoiling the game. What the fuck?
So that lets you count any of these as a purple.
Yeah. Yeah, so there are a few cards where they're not explicitly named in the key,
Yeah.
but there's an equivalent one on a different
Okay.
colour.
So if you play this, you can then play any of your cards as a purple. So you pay one for this, and then any one of these can be used as purple.
Oh, it's there, look, under
Yeah.
the blue.
Yeah.
See, I was confused because it says there's only one of these in the game.
Well, there's only one red one. But yes, fine. There we go. We've already found some flaws with the game, but that's not too bad.
How do I go?
Right. What if? Right? I'm going to use this for gold, and then use this. So every time I buy a worker, I get 2 workers.
That's pretty good.
It's a reasonable-ish start, I think. And then I'm going to spend that as a gold. So it's cost 1 gold to hire a guy, and then I'll trigger this to get a second guy. And then I will do it again. Now I'm going to keep these in my hand. Let me have a little think about the math.
Are you the Guild of Rabbits? Because you're multiplying like crazy.
Yeah, right, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go rogue. I'm just going to buy guys. Right? I don't know if that's good or bad. It's probably bad. I'm not getting towards getting any guilds, but that's fine. So these all get discarded now, and I get to draw 2 replacements. So it doesn't matter. I can spend as many cards as I like from my hand, but I only drop 2. If you ever don't play any of your cards, you get 4, but you have to have 7 at the end of your turn. So
And the guilds activate in a 3 and 4 player game the minute they're full, right?
not the minute they're full at the end of the round,
At the end of the round.
but
they're
every round. In a 2-player game,
Right.
I activate every second round.
full. Right.
So I'm done. I've got no victory points, so I'm staying where I am.
And that's time for Danny.
Yeah.